How's it going? Long time no see. How y'all been? This is Chris Comments. Common sense on common ground. And what's the common sense thing now? Well, we got R. Kelly that's been found guilty on some charges. Almost a total of 22 people. 22 women from as far back when they were young girls. The count of accusations and stories of his misbehaviors with women and children, unfortunately each individual count totals up to a number of 70. So right now the 22 that have finally found justice for the crimes that R. Kelly committed, it's a step up. It's a nice start towards actual justice, and all my hopes go to them, to every single one of those people, every single one of those women, those victims, those surviving women. And I hate to, today I'm not getting in touch with my feminine side, but I am stating some kind of note here, how harsh it still is on women right now. You ladies, you get it tough. You get it tough. You go through a lot of crap, socially, politically. I've been complaining about the anti-abortion bill that's been going on since the middle of October. Since the middle of August. It's almost October now. It's Tuesday, September 28th. But all last month and this month, the abortion bill has just been really, really, ticking me off, ticking everybody off. You ladies, you've gone through a lot of stuff. You're going through a lot of crap right now. Now, it's said that the Supreme Court is going to throw out Texas's right to forbid rape victims from having an abortion, and that's good. If they could get that done, that'd be fantastic, because you ladies, you need all the help you can get there. It's real bad, and that's a political level. On a work level, on a working class level, there's a lot of stuff, business, and there's a lot of government investments that's supposed to be taking place. It was supposed to be taking place as early this year. The infrastructure bill, the reconciliation bill, the economic plan, all of those things that I've been talking about since I first started this this podcast, started voicing my opinions, and then going on again, anchor.fm/Chris's Comments. You'll hear me complaining about how these bills should have been in effect by now. They should have been up and running by now. And what has this got to do with women? Well, women play a part in the working field, also in the workman's world, working class, no differently than us men. And it's just so sad to see that the opposition with it's too high of a ceiling debt, it's not enough of a ceiling debt, it's too high of a ceiling debt, if it passes, we could have done so much more. And they haven't said that yet, but it's just so obvious that that's where they're going to go. So this is just very, very tiring. Women are a part of the working class, no differently than anybody else, and they deserve equal pay. They deserve equal work. They deserve every single right to care for themselves, care for each other, care for their families, no differently than we do out here. It's just a little exhausting to see that, and it's one that I'm going to keep on pointing out as time goes by, until the plans actually do pass and get put into effect and everything. What which leads to, mask mandates and vaccinations, staying healthy. Women have a hard time. Women have a hard time getting that stuff because of their biological bodies. No two women are alike. We've learned that when the time of birth control pills became popular back in the 70s. And there was it turns out there's a lot of repercussions for a lot of the ladies who aren't biologically capable of taking the pill. And so to think, later on, as time went on, we've all gotten to know that when it comes to women, special care has to be taken when taking medications, when taking certain foods, when taking vaccinations and medicines. It's just the way they're built. It's all a part of life and death. It's all a part of it's all just a bunch of challenges to meet and triumph over. And instead, we get this huge opposition towards that as well. And it's just dumb. Biden needs to step up. He's doing the right thing and making sure that mandated vaccinations is law. He's doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing with, masks and stuff, as is down here on a local level, despite the fact that my worthless governor, Greg Abbott, says no to the mask mandate and stuff like that. Thankfully, our local mayor is saying, yes, you have to wear a mask. And that is a mandate down here. So thankfully, we're being taken care of by our, mayor. And the same thing goes for, women, the houseless. And I say houseless because home is where the heart is. We don't have a homeless problem. We've got a housing problem. And I've noticed the tent cities have dropped considerably. I passed by a highway overpass, and I could see underneath the highway where a tent city used to be, and it's down to like 2 or 3 tents now, which is good because it's just a good sign that we're getting them off the streets and out of harm's way and all this good stuff. Here in San Antonio, there are 2 highways that run parallel that eventually connect and intersect a little further north. But in the downtown area, on one side of the downtown and on the other side, there's these highways that are overpasses, and underneath them are tent cities. Now, for the most part, as the houseless, as the homeless, needed to migrate and find a place to set up tent, they were mostly underneath those 2 highways because those were those spots were closest to some soup kitchens where they could, be fed and all, if they needed medicine and all this good stuff. But as time has gone by, they've been moved to hotels. One Holiday Inn just south of the downtown area is actually housing them while the system is trying to get them a home, even if it is just like some, something out of the housing communities, the project, so to say. But nevertheless, the mission is being accomplished. They're being moved to houses. They're being moved to apartment complexes. They're being moved to those apartment hotel/hotel places. Where the hotels with the kitchens in them, stuff like that. And that's slowly but surely we're getting there. Now, with that back to the economic plan, with the reconciliation and the infrastructure bill, the more we have that supporting the jobs, the less people we're going to see in the streets, less people we're going to see going on, relying on the government and all that. Because it's, you know, it's up to us. It leaves room for us to build off of that. And to see the opposition of that just bitch and complain, they're idiots. They're idiots because they don't see a way for their constituents or their donators to make off like bandits. And that's just dumb. It's just dumb. They passed the infrastructure bill, reconciliation bill, economic plan, and they put it into effect. Every single one of those millionaire businesses, billionaire businesses can benefit off of that, despite the fact that they have to pay their fair share of taxes. Okay? You realize that's the only reason why that they're agreeing to whatever the politician opposition says when they say it's too high. And even still, we know for a fact, based off of the bull crap that's been going on for the past 4 years, and during the previous years, during the Obama administration, whatever accomplishment has been done, the opposition says, oh, we could have done so much better than this. You know, there was always room. Of course we could have done better than this. It was better than this and all this stuff. It's all his fault why we didn't get there. And that is also becoming the same old song and dance. It's just tiring. And it's stupid. To this day, it's just the dumbest thing ever. Speaking of dumbest, everybody out there that's unvaccinated is about as stupid as it gets. You know, we had Zika virus, Ebola virus, H1N1 virus. That one knocked down a guy named Brock Lesnar. Okay? One of the most healthiest men of the freaking world. And it wasn't even an airborne virus. This one is an airborne virus. And it's taken out so many people. Along with now so many unvaccinated people. It's just dumb. You're an idiot if you can't. I have to agree with that Howard Stern. I already forgot that he was still around. I knew about him back in the 90s. But gosh, it's been quite a while. I didn't even know he was still on the radio until recently. Until he started spitting on Joe Rogan. Which, for the record, speaking of Joe Rogan, okay, if you get sick with COVID and you don't need hospitalization because you can beat it with off-the-shelf medicines, like the way I did in December of 2019, then you were more asymptomatic, just like the way I was. Okay? You didn't really get the virus fully in your system. Because the virus clings onto you and starts immediately destroying your immune system and complications to your breathing. You know, what you got was the symptoms, and you wound up knocking it out in its early stages, and that's good. That's what happened to me. Of course, with me, it took about 2.5 weeks, almost 3 full weeks. So to hear Joe Rogan say that he took the weekend off, or 4 days, and he wound up beating the virus, okay, well, that's good. But he didn't really get the full virus problem. He got the symptoms that the virus was stirring up. And this, which leads to everything that everybody else is saying about it. I caught the virus. I had strong headaches. They were hurting me. I took a few Tylenols. I just stayed on Tylenol for a few days, and I wound up beating it. No. That you got the symptoms, maybe, if all you had was a headache. You did not get COVID-19. COVID-19, you can feel it giving a powerful strain to your lungs, almost as if they're inflating inside your rib cage. It hurts like a son of a bitch. It complicates your breathing. You feel like it's closing in on you. You feel like your bronchial tube all the way up to your throat is closing. And you're breathing, struggling with that breathing. That's getting COVID. You got a powerful headache. Yeah, there's powerful headache, sure. But that's also in there with the pain that comes to your muscles. Your muscle structure all the way to your joints. That's getting COVID. That's getting the symptoms. Okay? That's making you asymptomatic to COVID-19, the actual virus, once it starts jacking you up. Your bowel movements, same thing. They go out of whack. Not that it affects your crapper or your genitals, but the pain that you're under and the strain that you're under does take an effect. I stated this on my testimonial, and I can't remember which one it was. If it was here on the podcast, anchor.fm/Chris's Comments, where I stated that at one point in time, I almost broke down in tears because I was in too much pain to get out of bed and make my way to the restroom, where I almost went on myself because of how much ache and pain I was in. Okay? If you had a couple of Tylenols, or you took 4 days with some NyQuil, you didn't have COVID, sir. You didn't have COVID. You probably didn't even make yourself you probably didn't even have the asymptomatic symptoms. You know, you might have had the early stages of some kind of a virus, a flu virus maybe, especially if all you had was a headache. You sure as hell didn't have COVID, or the symptoms of the virus, because the symptoms alone are hell. To get the actual virus in you requires hospitalization, and you're screwed. You did not get COVID off of a couple of NyQuil days off of NyQuil. You weren't infected, dude. You may have developed early stage symptoms, but you sure as hell didn't get the virus in you. That's a damn fact. Everybody out there that believes this crap are idiots. That's the point. Everybody out there that believes this crap are idiots. In one of my other podcasts, I wound up saying they should all hurry up and get infected so they can die already. So we, the non-biased, likes to stay safe amongst each other, prefers to live crowd, can move on with our lives, especially after herd immunity. Performing the herd immunity. You know, it sounds harsh, but I meant it, and it's only common sense that I should mean it, given the fact that I'm looking at so many people. I already lost 2 family members due to this sickness, and no, it wasn't something else that might have been overshadowed or blend in with it. No, it was COVID. I lost 2 family members. The people that are going with this rhetoric and endangering everybody else is the backbone reasoning as to why I say this. If you're out there not wearing your mask and not vaccinated and blending in with crowds, not doing the 6 foot thing, 6 foot distancing, not washing your damn hands, you nasty. You deserve to get COVID, and you deserve to be quarantined, exiled, whatever. If not, just automatically die. Take that belief with you to your grave. Take that with you to your grave. Since you believe so strong, take it with you to your grave. That way the rest of us out here can actually go back to our lives. I think it's only common sense. I think it's justifiable. I think it's only right that that's what you do. And that's it. All the unvaccinated are stupid. The women that follow these men need to really stop, because it's hard enough on you already, given the fact that you can't have abortion should you have been violated. And even if people believe that you were violated, like the total of 70 individuals that were violated before. So you already got enough stuff. It's already tough enough on you. You know, my heart goes out to you. So for the rest of you out there, keep staying safe. Keep practicing safe distances. Wash your damn hands. And get vaccinated. Wear your mask and get vaccinated. This is Chris with Chris's Comments, signing out. Y'all take care.